Welcome to this video on negotiating to achieve an agreed outcome. In any negotiation, the aim is to reach a mutually beneficial agreement while addressing the needs and interests of all stakeholders. Today, we'll cover key aspects of successful negotiation, including how to identify objectives, address issues, and document outcomes. Before entering into negotiations, it's critical to clearly identify the objectives. Consider the following. Define the desired outcomes. Know what you're aiming to achieve, whether it's a contract agreement, a business partnership, or resolving a conflict. Understand stakeholder needs. Each party involved in the negotiation will have their own goals, constraints, and motivations. Conduct a thorough analysis of what each stakeholder requires from the process. This involves reviewing previous interactions or agreements, consulting with your team to clarify internal objectives, identifying any legal, financial, or operational constraints. For example, if you're negotiating a contract, stakeholders could include the client, vendors, or legal teams, each with different concerns. Practical tip: develop a stakeholder analysis matrix to map out the goals, priorities, and influence of each party in the negotiation. Once objectives are clear, you need to anticipate potential issues or problems that could arise during the negotiation process. This is critical for ensuring you're prepared for possible challenges. Steps include: assess risks. Evaluate areas where disagreements are likely to occur, such as price, deadlines, or quality standards. Document issues. Keep a record of these potential issues to help guide your approach. For example, conflicting priorities between stakeholders, potential legal implications, misalignment in timelines or resources. Documenting these points will enable you to proactively address them in negotiations, rather than being caught off guard. Practical tip: create a risk register for negotiations, noting any potential barriers to success and strategies to mitigate them. The next step in the process is to prepare your position. This includes developing key arguments. Craft clear and compelling arguments to support your position. Each argument should tie back to the objectives you've outlined and be backed by data or evidence. Anticipating counter-arguments. It's essential to predict how the other party might respond to your position and prepare counterpoints. For example, if you're negotiating price, have a well-researched rationale for your pricing structure, including market data and cost breakdowns. If the negotiation is over project timelines, bring in historical data from previous projects to illustrate your position. Preparation is key in maintaining confidence and control over the conversation. Practical tip: use the BATNA, best alternative to a negotiated agreement, method to determine your fallback position if negotiations don't go as planned. Effective communication is crucial to any successful negotiation. When interacting with stakeholders, engage in active listening. Be attentive to what the other party is saying, not just their words, but also their tone and body language. This will help you understand their position better. Ask clarifying questions. Ensure you fully understand their points of view. For example, can you explain why this particular term is so important to you? Find areas of common ground. Through discussions, seek out points of agreement. This could be shared objectives, such as achieving project completion on time or mutual financial benefits. Explore potential compromises. Negotiation often requires give and take. Identify aspects of the deal where you have room to compromise and where you expect flexibility from the other side. Practical tip: use open-ended questions to facilitate dialogue, allowing all parties to freely express their interests. Once you've reached an agreement, it's essential to confirm and document the outcomes. This final step ensures clarity and accountability for all parties involved. Recap key points. Summarize the agreed-upon terms and make sure everyone is on the same page. This could include deliverables, timelines, pricing, and roles. Document the agreement. Prepare a formal written document, whether it's a contract, memorandum of understanding, or meeting notes. Ensure all stakeholders review and sign off on the document. Clarify next steps. Outline the actions that need to follow the agreement. For example, if you've agreed on a project plan, detail the upcoming milestones and deliverables. Practical tip: use a checklist or template to ensure that no important details are left out when documenting negotiation outcomes. To wrap up, negotiations are a critical part of business, whether you're working with internal teams or external stakeholders. By following these steps, identifying objectives, addressing issues, preparing positions, communicating effectively, and documenting outcomes, you can navigate the process with confidence and reach mutually beneficial agreements. Thank you for watching this video.